and welcome to Diabetes Connections in the News. I'm Stacey Sims, and in these shorter episodes, I bring you the top diabetes stories and headlines happening now. Our top story this week, Sernova is partnering with Eledon Pharmaceuticals to test a new immunosuppressive drug in its ongoing clinical trial for people with type 1. The drug, called tegoprubart, is designed to protect transplanted islet cells without harsh side effects. The current treatment is known for its potential toxicity, especially towards insulin-producing beta cells, and that makes it less than ideal for islet cell therapy. Tegoprubart has already shown promise in earlier trials, helping T1D patients achieve insulin independence with better graft survival and fewer side effects. This next trial will combine Eledon's drug with Sernova's cell pouch, the implantable device that houses insulin-producing cells. In earlier phases, 6 people stopped needing insulin completely, with the results lasting years. Sernova also plans to use stem cell-derived islet-like clusters from another partner, Evotech, to create a next-generation therapy. Researchers at Yale School of Medicine are evaluating GTT at home, a new finger prick at-home glucose tolerance test to monitor early-stage type 1 in individuals with T1D autoantibodies. Developed by Diagnostics, the test offers a simpler, less invasive alternative to clinic-based oral glucose tolerance test. The study, funded by Breakthrough T1D, aims to assess the accuracy, usability, and acceptance, potentially paving the way for a wider use in early type 1 detection and monitoring. The GTT at-home test has regulatory approval in the UK, Europe, and other regions for other types of diabetes. Lifescan has announced that it is entering into a restructuring support agreement and filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. As the process moves forward, Lifescan plans to operate, they say, the ordinary course of business and come out of Chapter 11 by the end of the year. Lifescan develops the one-touch Bluetooth-connected blood glucose meter and mobile diabetes app. It used to be the central part of Johnson & Johnson's diabetes device business, along with Animas, but J&J exited the diabetes device market in 2017, closing Animas and spinning off Lifescan. A new study looks at quality of life and cost of automated insulin delivery systems. This was done in Finland, which has the highest prevalence of type 1 diabetes in the world. The results show AID systems significantly improved quality of life and reduced diabetes-related complications. The quality-adjusted life expectancy increased by an average of 2.3 years for individuals using an AID pump. Keep in mind that as a projection, this study was made up of children and adults with type 1. And although the overall cost of AID pump treatment was higher than those of conventional insulin pump treatments, the cost-effectiveness ratio was well below the generally accepted willingness to pay threshold in Finland. Blue Circle Health expands into the 11th state, Louisiana. This is free, comprehensive virtual clinical care education and support programming for adults with type 1. Blue Circle is already active in Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Missouri, Iowa, Ohio, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Delaware. People with type 1 over the age of 18 who speak English or Spanish are eligible to enroll. To sign up directly, head on over to the show notes. We've got more information on this and every story. A new study comparing 3 popular diets, intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating, and continuous calorie cutting, found that all can help people with type 2 diabetes lose weight and lower blood sugar. But one diet stood out. They call it the 5-to-2 intermittent fasting plan. So you eat normally 5 days a week and restrict calories on 2 days. It led to better results in fasting blood sugar, insulin response, and sticking to the plan. Expect to see more research and information about this. MIT students have developed an implantable device for use during emergency low blood sugars. The implant carries a reservoir of glucagon that can be stored under the skin and deployed during an emergency, no injections needed. The device contains a powdered form of glucagon and can be remotely triggered either manually or automatically by a glucose monitor to release the hormone when the blood sugar drops too low. And the researchers showed this device could also be used to deliver emergency doses of epinephrine, a drug used to treat heart attacks and severe allergic reactions. No word on steps to make this commercially available, but we will be watching. And we've covered T1D before. This is an insulin calculator app. There's more to it than that. It was created by 13-year-old Drew just after he was diagnosed with type 1, but it was removed from the app stores a few years ago, along with other non-FDA cleared apps. Drew, who is now 18, tells us they just submitted to the FDA and are optimistic about being reinstated. More information in the show notes, and I will also link up the episode we did with Drew a couple of years ago. And finally, I am sure you have heard about the new Barbie with type 1 diabetes. This is a joint venture with Mattel and Breakthrough T1D, and they debuted it at the Children's Congress event, which happens every 2 years in Washington, D.C. The doll is part of the Barbie Fashionistas line and includes key diabetes management tools modeled accurately, the press release says, with the help of Breakthrough T1D. She's got a CGM, she's got an insulin pump, she's got a CGM tracking smartphone, as well as a pastel blue purse and a blue polka dot outfit. Mattel also issued 2 one-of-a-kind dolls, not available for purchase, partnered on, they say, 2 global role models living with type 1, Peloton instructor Robin Arzón and model Lila Moss. I talked to Robin Arzón about this and a lot more at the recent Friends for Life conference. That episode will be out soon. If you've seen the news stories and posts about this doll and this launch, you have probably also seen a lot of ignorant comments and some really thoughtful reactions. There's been some great conversations going on here, and I'm going to link up a few that really caught my eye. Mila Clark, who has the handle Hangy Woman, is spot on with so much of what she has to say, talking about stigma. She has a fantastic post about the real impact of diabetes stigma. I'll link that up along with other influencers that I thought did a really good job with this. Send me posts and things that caught your eye about this as well. I am hoping to talk to Breakthrough T1D and Mattel, not just about this story. I think the doll is great, but about the reaction. The reaction's good and bad, what they think about it, and what they think might come next. And that's in the news for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Our regular interview episodes continue next week. You will hear from Connor Daly, an IndyCar driver with type 1 who uses Afrezza, the inhaled insulin. I got to tell you, this was a fantastic interview. He was so much fun to talk to. He was back in the car just a couple of days after talking to me. I really enjoyed it. I think you're going to like it as well. I'll see you back here soon. Until then, be kind to yourself.
Diabetes Connections is a production of Stacey Sims Media. All rights reserved, all wrongs avenged.